Hello guys, welcome back to Super Guy Boy Show, and today is our first installment of the newest series on the channel, Comment from a Fan, where y'all submit questions, hot takes, or just opinions that y'all want my opinion on, and put it down in the comments below. If you don't understand, watch the first video where I'm basically explaining it, and if you do understand the concept, put some new ones down there in the comments below if you want more videos like this, and let's get started. The first question we have is from Na, or whatever his name is, and is Donda 2 gonna happen? I believe yes, most likely it's gonna happen. The reason why I don't think it's not gonna happen is because Kanye's a very weird person. He has done this where he's been building up to an album with single after single, or maybe just anticipation with a lot of promo behind it, and then we just get absolutely nothing but because of a new artistic idea he has, where he scraps it, delays it, or completely renews it, because we have seen that a lot with Love Everybody, So Help Me God, and the big example being Yandi. These are albums that Kanye's been building up upon, and then they just get scrapped. And these are not even the only examples of that. There's a lot more examples of Kanye albums that have not seen the light of day, and we barely have any information on. Case in point, Yeezus 2. We barely know that much about the album, other than it was probably in the same sessions as Yeezus, or maybe even after Yeezus. So who knows what happened with these projects, but I feel like for Donda 2 is a completely different story, because I feel like if his label basically released Donda, the original, out there without Kanye's permission, who's not to say that they're going to do the same thing with Donda 2, because he's been holding Donda in place for a very long time, and then, them just releasing it, I don't blame them. I would be also more on the urge of just saying, like, fuck it, like, give us the album. And let's just hope, another thing that I'm very much kind of, I've been having this idea that Donda 2 is probably going to be a very unkempt bunch of B-sides. The deluxe that did come out for Donda wasn't that great. I did like tracks like Life of the Party and Remote Control Part 2, but the other newer versions, like the Come to Life with Tyler, the Creator, just felt unneeded, and the Keep My Spirit Alive Part 2 just felt unneeded, and also the track listing getting all mixed up where it makes absolutely no sense, which, in my opinion, ruined the entire purpose for Donda. The newer track listing feels very just all over the place compared to the original, which felt perfect in its place, besides the bonus tracks, which are now everywhere for some reason. I don't get the reason why you had to change the track listing, but whatever. So I'm hoping that Donda 2 is going to be a very, a much more polished record instead of, usual B-sides. I hope that it's not going to be a Eminem Music to be murdered by B-side, where it's just a bunch of lukewarm derivative tracks that honestly did not even deserve to be seen by the light of day. So yeah, y'all understand Donda 2. I actually think it's gonna happen, and let's get on to the next one. Alright, the next question is by Na again, and he asks, who would win in a fight, Billie or Morrisey? I don't have that much knowledge on Morrisey that much. I do know that he has done a bunch of fucked up things. And, I have only heard one song from him, a Ouija board, which was kind of trash. So I don't really know what to really base this on. I guess by strength alone. And honestly, Billie Eilish would probably win, because Billie Eilish is over here looking like a Stan user from JoJo, and while Morrissey's looking like that guy that you would see try to pick a fight with you and then just falls over on a table. He legit looking like that. No disrespect to Morrisey, he probably has done a lot of things for the music industry, but if we're basing this on strength alone, Billie Eilish would probably sucker punch him very quickly. Honestly, who knows? Maybe she got that hidden potential in that fighting skills that we haven't seen yet. So I'm gonna bet my money on Billie, honestly. And y'all tell me who would honestly win in the fight, Billie or Morrisey. Y'all tell me, and I don't know. What do y'all think? And the next one is by AMV, and he says, what's your take on corie intake? I've done quite a bit of research on this thing, and I feel like this is just a topic for me that I just should not be speaking on, because I feel like I need to do way more research than the amount of things I did. I feel like this is a question that I think you should be having with someone else that has more knowledge of this thing, because getting this already, I feel like getting this is like more of an outsider view, and the thing is about outsider views is that they're very flawed opinions, because you're really getting an outsider view. So yeah, I'm gonna pass on that question. I'm sorry if I didn't answer it. It's just that, I don't feel like I should be talking on this when it's gonna be an outsider view on it. Alright, so last question of this video is by Nana once again, and he asks, what's your thoughts on the classic album Art Pop? I actually like this one quite a bit. I only given this thing one listen. And I gotta say, I pretty much like this thing a lot. Like, I'm not gonna give you a pretty deep review of it like I usually do, because I only given this thing one listen, and I wasn't really paying attention to it all that much. I was only really getting it for the vibe, and I gotta say, this was a pretty cool album to listen to. I like it pretty much. I like Aura. I thought that was a pretty funny track of how she started laughing on those plucky guitars, and the Venus track. Like, I don't know why. I just like the way she says Venus. Like the way she says it. It's just funny. And Guy. I like the chorus on that shit. I wanna be that guy. And Applause, which is that track right there. Like, it just took me back to when that track was played so much, and I do like the title track quite a bit. Other than that, it's kind of like an in-between for me, but I pretty much liked what I was listening to on this thing. If there's a couple downsides, I did think the track with Twista was a bit weird, and like T.I., what was it? It was the track Jewels and Drugs, and I gotta say, like, I was not big on it. It felt really out of place, and I don't get why you would get T.I. and Twista. Like, they're real great MCs, but I don't know why you would get them for a Lady Gaga project. I do like how embracive this album is. It's pretty cool. I like the beats and Lady Gaga's weird personality on them. I do like her singing voice quite a bit. It's actually pretty nice on these weird, like, loud instrumentals. And if it's a classic or not, I'm not going to be the one to tell you if it's a classic or not, because I haven't done my research enough to see what this album has done to really give it that classic album status. But I will say, another flaw to this thing is really less of a flaw with the album, but more of a personal thing with me, is that a lot of the beats on here, while I do like them, some of them do bring tackiness to me, and that's really because of how much I've grown really disattached to these types of, like, beats, like when EDM was mixing in with pop, and I don't know if it started that or if this was a precursor to that, but a lot of those beats, like instrumentals and songs where it was mixing EDM with pop, haven't really done it for me all that much compared to when I used to like those songs like Bad Blood or Katy Perry's hits like Roar. Like, those songs mixing in with that and like listening to them now, I'm not that big on them like I was back then when I was a kid listening to him. But I still like this project. If I had to rate it, I'd probably give it a 7, closer to an 8. I like this project quite a bit. Will I return to it? Really, if I'm looking for a pretty nice bouncy vibe. But overall, I like this thing quite a bit, and hopefully that answered your question. Alright, now done with that. If y'all have more questions or more ideas, opinions, whatever y'all want to put in the comments, go put them down there. And so if you want more videos like this, and hopefully y'all enjoyed. So yeah, see ya.